Tired and frustrated about being abused by DAYZ? Is the 1.12 update here to help? Probably not, but let's talk about it. Hey guys, and welcome to the new video. Before I jump into things, I'd like to take the time to thank you all for the love and support that you bring to this channel. I really love engaging with you guys in the comment sections, as well as getting to meet some of you within the game. I've left the links to the patch notes as well as my Twitter account in the description below. So let's get into it and see what will be added, fixed and changed. And as always, I hope you enjoy. New spawns can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that DAYZ will be adding a variety of small food items to their game. I've been lucky enough to stumble across 10 or so new foods to satisfy any survivor's appetite. Nothing says pew pew more than the new Pioneer's rifle. Weighing in at 3 kgs and taking up 27 slots, this bolt-action rifle can be found at police stations and next to police car spawns. Firing 5.56 rounds and is able to use the M4A1 attachments makes this a desirable gun to seek out as a new spawn, making your way inland. For the next 2 clips, I'll let the gun speak for itself. A bit of an Easter egg, pun intended. This capsule had the DAYZ community running around as Pokemon trainers for a bit. I will leave a link below of my previous video on unraveling the secrets of the experimental capsule. I doubt we will see this feature coming to the official servers, but for what it's worth, I definitely recommend you try it for yourself on experimental. The introduction of 2 new knives, the cookery knife and the fange knife, are definitely a cut above the rest compared to the previous in-game knives. I was pleasantly surprised at how effective both knives performed during stealth attacks, as well as how they held up in melee attacks against angry zombies, but you be the judge of this. The next weapon is a bit of an oddball. The Sickle performs exactly as a knife would. From dispatching zombies, to crafting rags, to digging up earthworms for fishing. It is definitely a good tool to hang on as a new spawn. They are currently found in farms, barns and sheds. Unlike the common hoes that we are all used to, these hoes are loyal. The farming hoe makes for a rather interesting addition to the melee list. They grant you the ability to create a garden plot as well as remove them. Dispatch zombies with ease, as well as burying bodies to cover up your tracks. If you're planning on sweeping any zombies off their feet, you're out of luck with this one. The broom falls short when it comes to damage stats, taking around 10 or so swings to dispatch a zombie. The only positives that I found was the reach of the broom and that you could split it into 2 short sticks and a long stick for crafting. Let me know the uses you found while using the broom. For potato fans, you now can plant and grow potatoes. You will have to now peel the potatoes to make them edible. Greenhouses now can be used for agriculture. Flags can be now cut into rags using a knife. Vehicle batteries are now recharged while the engine is running and consumed by the headlights. Vehicle attachments can now be locked in place using the screwdriver to lock the radiator. The tire iron locks the wheels and the wrench locks the doors. Tooltips for attachment slots are now displayed. They fixed a server error related to player restraining. Improved client performance when looking at a pile of items. Items dropped inside trees or bushes would sometimes levitate. Flash grenades would not explode if destroyed by force. Belts would not show the damage texture when damaged. Fixed an exploit for prolonged blocking. When viewed from a distance, shattered glass on the M3S trucks appeared to be intact. It was not possible to repair the engine of the Saka 120. Car headlights could be switched on even if the battery was depleted, and car headlights would also continue to shine even though the battery was destroyed. Leather sewing kits as well as zucchinis now render better in the inventory. The ghillie suits and rifle wraps could not be repaired with sewing kits. Placing items in tents would cause them to sink into the ground, while placing items in certain buildings would cause them to spawn halfway underground. Open doors from greenhouses appeared to be closed from a distance. They fixed some exploits in buildings. Road signs between Boar and Pavlovo would give false directions. AI behavior sounds were not synced for players. The warning for a full stomach will display earlier before reaching the threshold for vomiting. Rebalance the nutrition values and how filling each edible item is. Farming actions have been moved from plants to plant slots for easier targeting. All plants now have a different growth time, between 20 to 50 minutes. Adjusted nutrition values of horticultural vegetables according to their grow time. Fertilizing now increases the yield of the plant instead of the growth time. Increase the chance of the plant becoming infected by bugs. Plants will also spoil after a while when fully grown. Slicing a pumpkin now yields 2 pumpkin slices. Unpacking seeds now spawns paper. Rebalance ammunition types from high caliber ammunition to the lowest ammunition. 12 gauge rubber slugs deals extra damage at close range, while buckshot rounds have slowed down much more. Modern firearms require more maintenance when used. They have increased the precision of pistols, sawn-off rifles, bolt-action rifles, hunting and sniper rifles, while assault rifles are expected to decrease in precision. Melee damage using impractical items are now weaker than fists, while fists get an increase in damage. They increase the damage of most tools to be more effective than fists in combat. Infected are now tougher in combat, and players are no longer targeted by infected while unconscious. Light, blunt melee attacks now have a lower chance of staggering infected. Melee attacks on infected are now more consistent in terms of the number of attacks required to take one down. Infected now react to players interacting with doors, but I found only certain doors get a reaction out of them. Infected react less to suppressed shots and more to louder shots, and reduce the effectiveness of their screams when it comes to attracting other infected. Fire and barbed wire no longer deal damage to AI. Zombies now give up searching for players faster. Just make sure you're sitting still for a bit. Matchboxes now can be combined but not split. Reduce the audio range of the reload sound by 50%. Lightning now lights up the environment for longer and raindrops have more definition to them. Burning road flares can be destroyed by placing them in fireplaces. You can gain extra rewards from fishing in calm waters. They added the 15-round SG5K mag into the game, as well as increasing the chances of weapon spawning with magazines. They increased the amount of food spawning at spawn areas and in the center of the map, while reducing food spawns in high-tier areas. Expect adjusted loot spawns in greenhouses. So guys, I hope this was informative and helped you in some way. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, drop me a like if you learned something new, and leave me a comment on which is your favorite add, change or fix that you've been waiting for in the upcoming 1.12 update. And I'll catch you in the next one.